If you're looking for the best and safest way to frag all of your corals, specifically your prized LPS, with the least amount of risk of damaging, breaking, or stressing them out, get the #1 preferred saw in the hobby, specifically designed for coral fragging, the Gryphon Diamond Bend Aquasaw. Not having the right tool for the job can be a crushing experience, especially when fragging your LPS corals like your acans, your lobos, your blastos, even those thick branched staghorns or your tabling SPS. Using bone cutters too often ends up in breaks and cuts in places where you didn't intend and can result in damage and even complete loss of your once healthy coral. There is a solution, so stop crushing your corals and cut where you want, and use the Aquasaw instead to trace around the polyp lines with ease, minimizing tissue damage to your corals and maximizing your fragging success. Also, when adding new corals to your tank, use the saw to safely remove plugs and rock bases where egg clusters and other potential pests can hide, and reduce that risk of introducing them to your reef. And like Ryan always says, and I will continue to quote, an ounce of prevention is worth 300 pounds of cure, and that's a lot of frags. So what makes this saw the most popular saw in the industry, as well as my personal top choice? Let's dive in and I'll show you. Available in 2 sizes, the Gryphon 40CR regular frag saw and the 40CR tall, with the main difference being the blade size for clearance height. But for today, I'll be showing you the regular one, as that's what 95% of you will be using. Out of the box, you get a top assembly which houses the motor and a bottom assembly which has the guide holder already installed. And a nice large fragging platform, an upper blade guide holder, 2 sponges, 2 additional guides, 1 spare adjustment screw, and 2 nuts. And last but not least, your blade in this nice circle tin case. And besides this saw's heavy-duty build, there are 4 key features that gives these saws the BRS recommended stamp of approval. Starting with construction, right in the name, the CR stands for corrosive resistant, and this saw was designed and built specifically for us, as hobbyists and coral farmers, to frag and cut corals using saltwater, which we all know what saltwater can do to tools that aren't meant to get wet. The protective shield deflects salt spray, and the sealed bearings help to protect your motor from corrosion. Its simple construction makes it easy to assemble and easy to use, with an easy on-off switch, so no dials or additional buttons to turn. But my 2 favorite features are the large working space and the location of the motor itself. Unlike other saws, the Aquasaw motor is located at the top of the unit, meaning a max distance between electricity and the water. No shock here. Second is cutting ability. With a quiet and powerful high-speed motor at 40 miles per hour, it's the fastest diamond blade saw in the industry. And the guides keep the blade in place for precise cuts, but also for protection against bending and kinking, which can damage and destroy your blade. Third, less mess and easy maintenance. The combination of the sponges, the large reservoir underneath, and the 170 drain holes allows for minimal mess while you're fragging your corals. All parts are removable for maintenance and cleaning, with replacement blades, guides, and sponges available if needed. And last but not least is the product confidence, with a 1-year warranty on all the parts with the exception of the blade and the sponges. And with the highest user review ratings, everyone who buys it absolutely loves it. A couple quick tips for max performance and safety for you and your corals. It's best practice to wear eye protection and gloves, use salt water and not RO in fragging, and use RO to rinse after each use, and during long sessions, rinse out and change your water when your water gets murky. Also, don't overfill your reservoir. The water shouldn't be higher than the top of the sponge and the bottom of your reservoir. Wet the sponges before use, and don't ever run your blade dry. It's bad for your blade and bad for your coral. Blades do need to be replaced when they are dull, so if you're cutting lots of thick and dense acan rocks or wilsonis, you will go through them faster, and you'll notice it takes longer to cut through your corals. Get the Gryphon 301 replacement blades, as blades from other manufacturers generally cannot withstand the 40 mile per hour speed, and can make the saw vibrate, noisy, and break the blade after 2 to 4 hours of running time. And when replacing your sponges, you don't need anything fancy. You can get any standard kitchen sponge and cut it to fit. Buy it as a group or buy it individually and rent it out. So no more crushing. For faster, more precise, and longer term coral fragging success, take the plunge and buy your diamond bandsaw right over here.